This is a screencast of the Kulay Instagram feed showcasing feed organization and overall brand identity. The first two posts introduces Kulay as a brand and the hashtag Ganda ng Kulay movement. The text on both carousels establishes the whole brand's and movement's purpose, ethos, and the whole message behind the campaign. The post caption delves into a little bit more detail about the brand and the movement itself, and encourages and informs and educates the user as to how they can be a part of the whole campaign itself. The next post introduces the Live with Kulai live Instagram event, which features guest speakers who talk about the issue of colorism, their experiences, and many other related topics. This post inspires the audience to take part in the event and encourages them to be a part of the colorism discourse. The educational carousel further informs and educates the audience on the issue of colorism and its relevance in today's society. It contains research from credible sources, as showcased in the last slide, and reminds the audience to do their own research as well. Expanding on the Live with Kula event, a testimonial quote is posted right next to a picture of the speaker and directs the audience to watch the full video on the IGTV. Directing the user to the IGTV further prolongs their visit to the Instagram page and encourages them to interact with more content on the page. After every couple of posts, a photograph showcasing a card from the question and reflection card game is posted. The image and caption encourages the audience to share their thoughts in the comments below, further interacting with the Instagram page and making them feel like they are part of the community and that their voice and experience is being heard. Here is another example of the Live with Kulai event post. These posts are shared 5 days prior to the event actually happening to create hype and allowing the audience to make time to tune in to the whole event itself. To break up some of the seemingly text-heavy Instagram posts, photos and videos under the hashtag Ganda ng Kulay are reposted onto the feed. These reposts encourages audiences to post their own photos and selfies and include the hashtag to get featured onto the page. By doing so, this also reinforces to the audience that they can be and are part of this big community. The latest post showcases screenshots of news articles that feature and talk about the campaign. In doing so, it boosts the overall brand credibility and highlights the achievements that the campaign has made so far. It encourages the audience to read these articles and also feel a sense of achievement that they have contributed to the success of this campaign. Next, we scroll through the Instagram story highlights, which highlight and showcase key information that needs to be readily accessible for the audience. The shop story highlight showcases the product range within the shop and shipping information. A Shop Now GIF is also included at the bottom of the story as a call to action for the audience. The stories are also animated, which adds a layer of movement when scrolling through the highlights. The first Instagram post showcased earlier on in the screencast is also translated into a story version. As the Instagram feed will become more saturated with content, the post introducing the brand and the Ganda ng Kulay movement will be lost within the feed. Therefore, having it as a highlight makes it more accessible and easier for audiences to read and refer back to. The same can be said for the press and features highlight as well. This highlight will be added to when more news articles and features are released and published and will be kept up to date. Another post showcased earlier on in the screencast is also translated into a story version. However, this highlight includes additional content. Photos, videos, and other stories which have tagged the Instagram account are reposted. Again, to reiterate, reposting these photos, videos, and stories encourages audiences to take part in the movement, to feel as though that they have a community to belong to. Seeing this relatable content and individuals who have the same skin color as the audience allows them to have someone that they can identify with, someone who represents their culture, their color, their experiences. Again, this reinforces the idea that the audience themselves are a part of this immersive community. The Instagram and social media as a whole provides a large digital platform to spread and promote the message of the brand and the campaign. The social media encourages audiences to engage and interact with the content that's being shared, such as liking posts, viewing stories, and even sharing this kind of content with others. Whilst it can be argued that social media doesn't solve the issue of colorism entirely, it still is a step forward in the right direction. It brings to light the issue and draws more attention to the issue and demands a call to action. And that concludes the Instagram screencast.